A powerful and unexpected tornado tore through southern Michigan on Friday afternoon, leaving a trail of destruction, multiple fatalities, and several people injured. What began as a severe storm quickly turned into a dangerous situation that caught many residents off guard. On March 6th, a strong storm system moved across parts of the Midwest, bringing dangerous weather conditions with it. In southern Michigan, one storm cell became especially intense and started producing tornado conditions. The tornado first developed near the town of Edwardsburg and then carved a destructive path for nearly 50 miles. As it moved northeast, it passed through areas including Three Rivers and eventually toward Union City. Along the way, homes were damaged, trees were ripped out of the ground, and buildings suffered heavy structural damage. Local authorities later confirmed heartbreaking news. At least 4 people lost their lives in the storm. 3 of those deaths were reported in Branch County, while another fatality occurred in Cass County. In addition to the lives lost, at least 12 people were injured. Emergency crews rushed to respond as the damage stretched across multiple communities. Residents described chaotic scenes as powerful winds tore through neighborhoods and debris filled the air. Meteorologists say the tornado was confirmed by storm chasers, trained weather spotters, and videos captured by people in the area. One of the most dramatic moments happened in the city of Three Rivers. Video footage sent to weather officials showed the tornado striking a large retail store, tearing part of the roof away while debris was thrown high into the air. In several locations, large trees were snapped or uprooted, and homes suffered serious damage. According to weather experts, tornado warnings were issued shortly before 4 p.m. on Friday afternoon. The storm was moving quickly, around 35 miles per hour, affecting parts of Calhoun, St. Joseph, Cass, and Branch counties as it pushed across southern Michigan. By 4:43 p.m., meteorologists confirmed a tornado just north of Union City, where additional damage was reported. Earlier reports from Edwardsburg also showed trees down and homes damaged near Juneau Lake. This tornado was not the only severe weather event happening that day. The same powerful storm system produced several tornadoes across the central United States. In Oklahoma, another tornado also caused fatalities, showing just how widespread and dangerous the weather conditions were. Weather officials say a specialized meteorology team will survey the damaged areas to better understand what happened. Their goal is to determine exactly how strong the tornado was and whether more than one tornado may have formed during the storm. These storm surveys help scientists measure wind speeds, track the path of destruction, and improve warning systems for future severe weather events. For the communities affected in southern Michigan, the focus now turns to recovery and rebuilding. Emergency responders, volunteers, and local residents are working together to clear debris and support families impacted by the storm. Severe weather can develop quickly, and events like this serve as a reminder of just how powerful nature can be. As night fell on March 6th, weather officials warned that the danger might not be over just yet. More severe weather was expected to move through the region overnight and into the morning of March 7th. Because of that, meteorologists said it could delay when they're able to begin their official storm survey. These surveys are critical because they help experts determine exactly how powerful the tornado was and whether multiple tornadoes may have touched down during the storm. The National Weather Service urged residents to stay alert. Officials reminded people that if a tornado warning is issued, they should immediately move to a safe shelter and continue monitoring trusted weather updates and local news. Severe weather can develop quickly, and staying informed can make a major difference in dangerous situations like this. Authorities in Branch County reported tragic losses as the storm moved through the area near Union City. According to the sheriff's office, at least 4 people lost their lives and 12 others were injured. Among those injured, 3 people were transported to nearby hospitals for medical treatment. In a public statement, officials expressed sympathy for the victims and their families. They said their thoughts are with everyone who lost loved ones, homes, or personal property during the disaster. In neighboring Cass County, officials later confirmed another fatality and reported several more injuries. Emergency crews surveying the area described widespread destruction. Multiple large buildings, including homes and agricultural pole barns, were heavily damaged. Some structures suffered severe structural impacts, while others were completely destroyed. The powerful winds left entire properties scattered with debris. Authorities in St. Joseph County also issued a warning to the public. The sheriff's office advised people to avoid traveling to or through several affected areas, especially around the city of Three Rivers. This included locations to the east and northeast of the community, as well as parts of Fabius Township. Officials stressed that damaged buildings can be extremely dangerous. Residents were asked to stay away from structures that had been impacted by the storm, especially those marked by emergency crews. Late Friday evening, Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer announced that the state's Emergency Operations Center had been activated. The move was designed to coordinate a full statewide response to the severe weather affecting southwestern Michigan. In a statement shared on social media, the governor said the state is taking action to ensure resources could be quickly deployed wherever local communities needed help. The goal, she explained, was to monitor the situation closely and respond as requests for assistance came in. Late Friday night, Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer announced that the state had activated its Emergency Operations Center. This step was taken to organize a statewide response to the severe storms that hit southwestern Michigan. In a message shared on social media, the governor said the state is working to make sure help and resources can be sent quickly to any community that needs support. She added that officials will continue closely monitoring the situation and stand ready to respond to requests from local authorities as recovery efforts move forward. In St. Joseph County, Michigan, which sits near the Indiana border, the sheriff's office urged residents to take shelter immediately after reports of a possible tornado in the area. At the time, the storm system was producing severe thunderstorms with wind speeds that could exceed 60 miles per hour. Officials warned that conditions could quickly become dangerous.
Authorities also warned residents to prepare for several potential problems caused by the storm. These included power outages, blocked roads, fallen trees, and possible disruptions to cell phone and internet service. Emergency officials asked people to stay indoors and avoid traveling until conditions became safer. One of the most dramatic moments from the storm was captured on video near Union City. A local resident named Lisa Piper was recording from the back deck of her home when she spotted a massive rotating column of air moving across the lake. In the video, she can be heard repeatedly saying, "Oh my God," as the powerful storm tears through buildings in the distance. As the tornado grows larger, debris can be seen being pulled high into the air. At one point, she says the storm appears to be lifting houses. As the damage reports began coming in, state officials activated Michigan's Emergency Operations Center. The move allowed emergency teams across the state to coordinate their response as reports of injuries and serious wind damage spread across several counties in southwestern Michigan. In the Edwardsburg area, which is also close to the Indiana border, officials reported significant storm damage. Large trees had been knocked down and several homes were heavily damaged. Authorities warned residents to stay away from the affected areas while emergency crews worked to assess the situation. The storms weren't limited to Michigan. That same weather system was producing dangerous conditions across a large portion of the country, from the Midwest all the way down to North Texas. While tornadoes were not immediately confirmed in every location, many videos posted online appeared to show violent rotating storm clouds moving across parts of Michigan. Sadly, the severe weather also turned deadly in Oklahoma. On Thursday night, A 47-year-old woman and her 13-year-old daughter from the town of Fairview were found dead inside a vehicle near a highway intersection. Authorities say the deaths were connected to the powerful storms that moved through the region earlier that evening. Meteorologists say this storm could be the first major wake-up call of the year as the United States begins to move into the spring storm season. Weather experts with the private forecasting service AccuWeather say events like this are often the start of a much more active period for severe weather across the country. Melissa Mays, the deputy director of the Washington County Emergency Management Agency in Bartlesville, Oklahoma, said storms like this are when people really begin paying attention. She explained that early spring systems often signal the beginning of what many Americans know as tornado season. Tornado season doesn't begin at the same time everywhere in the United States. In the southern states, it often starts earlier in the year, while areas farther north usually see their peak later in the spring. Because of that, experts say it's important for families to start preparing ahead of time. Meteorologists recommend a few simple safety steps, like keeping a weather radio nearby and making sure everyone in the household knows exactly where to take shelter if a tornado warning is issued. Having a plan before severe weather strikes can make a critical difference. While severe storms were hitting the Midwest, parts of the Northeast were dealing with a completely different kind of weather. From Pennsylvania all the way up to Maine, winter weather advisories were issued as a mix of rain, snow, and slushy conditions created a messy morning commute on Friday. Drivers in several states struggled with icy roads, and authorities reported multiple vehicles sliding off major highways as sleet and snow continued to fall. Because of the dangerous road conditions, some schools across New Hampshire and Maine either delayed classes or canceled them altogether. Conditions slowly began improving by mid-morning in some areas, but several states, including Maine, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and Connecticut, remained under weather advisories. Meanwhile, farther west in Ohio, heavy rain created another problem. Flood warnings were issued across parts of southern Ohio as rivers and streams began rising after the storms moved through the region. Officials warned residents in flood-prone areas to stay alert and watch for rapidly changing water levels. At the same time, a completely different weather pattern was developing across the southern United States. Meteorologists say temperatures there could climb far above normal for this time of year. By the weekend, some areas are expected to see temperatures running 20 to 30 degrees above average. In fact, temperatures in the 80s could reach as far north as parts of the Ohio Valley and even into the mid-Atlantic. Forecasters say daily temperature records could potentially be broken in several locations. Back in the storm-damaged areas, emergency crews continued working through debris and helping residents evacuate. Witnesses reported strong winds ripping structures apart, with one person saying a storage shed had been completely blown away during the storm. Officials say they are still accepting people at emergency shelters as families continue leaving damaged neighborhoods and searching for safe places to stay. If you liked the analysis in this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Please share this video with your friends, family members, and relatives. And finally, if you found this report helpful, please hit the like button. This helps us beat the algorithm and ensures this truth reaches more people who need to hear it. Thank you for watching.